Oh, oh, I'm alive. Oh, I'm asleep. Oh my God. Oh. I phoned up the doctors this morning, and I said, "Can I have all my medical records and send it off to someone and get some debt squashed and all that?" And she said, "Yeah, but nothing has been done. Nothing. They ain't done nothing." She said, "Oh, well, we're going to have to get a doctor to do it." Well, where's the fucking doctors then? Fuck's sake. I feel fucked. Oh my God.
Signallers will pretty much bring the region's rail network to a standstill, including those who work at the Basingstoke Signalling Centre. South Western Railway is already warning that significant parts of its network will see no trains at all. Even Southern Railway, where staff voted not to strike, there will be at best a skeleton service during the daytime on the main lines only. Overall, the railway reckons no more than 1 in 6 services will run. A summer of discontent? Yes, absolutely.
Paul Fennell, thank you. Promises of thousands of jobs, hundreds of companies and a revitalised South Coast. The Solent 2050 strategy launched today with plans for Southampton and Portsmouth's own Freeport, offering tax incentives to bring in business from across the UK and the wider world. So is this a vital effort to level up the South cities or just political window dressing? Our political editor Peter Henley has more.
Where the legends of aviation and shipping made their names.
From the Spitfire to the hovercraft, the Solent has a proud history of innovation and manufacture, creating wealth for the people of the South Coast.
From supernova to submersibles, healthcare to haptics.
So what will create the jobs of the future, and what skills will our children need to do them? That's the challenge of the Solent 2050 strategy, launched today at the newly opened Horizon Terminal on Southampton Docks.
We will hope to help employers create the opportunities for people to actually want to stay with them. So it's about how we can make living and the welfare and the health and welfare all tied together to make it worthwhile staying.
Coastal communities can benefit from a waterside position or find it limits development. The keynote speaker today was round-the-world sailor Dee Kafari, who says we don't try hard enough to make sure everyone benefits from the water.
The cost of living is affecting everybody. We all want to know how we're going to get a job and have an income, but we also want to exploit the area for the beauty. You know, it's a beautiful natural environment that we're in, this landscape that we've got.
This whole terminal is full of innovations. This, for example, is an escalator that speeds up using power when someone walks on it. But should we be relying on electricity when we've got a climate crisis? On the water side, the ExxonMobil Fawley refinery will be part of the new Freeport. Tax breaks not for fossil fuel, but hydrogen production.
We've got a refinery, we've got the space in there, and they're already producing hydrogen. We got the pipeline into the incinerator, take it over the bridge, bring it into the port, so you can decarbonize quite a lot of the ships.
The Freeport is Solent's secret weapon, encouraging new investment by allowing local councils of 3 political persuasions to work together, borrowing up to £500 million against future rates income.
Here, at the nation's gateway to the world.
Southampton may have missed on City of Culture, but with the right plan, the Solent could be the UK capital of coastal renaissance.
Peter Henley, BBC South Today for Solent.
Surrey Police have released shocking dash cam footage of the moment a motorcyclist was hit by a drink driver on the A3 near Thursley last year. Nuno Ferreira of Godalming collided with the bike at 84 miles an hour, leaving the motorcyclist with a broken back and deep cuts to his elbow. Ferreira has been sentenced to 30 months imprisonment and disqualified for driving for 4 years. Still to come on tonight's South Today. Forget Love Island, forget blind dates. I go on the search for speed dating bats. An investigation has been launched into a fire on the Isle of Wight last night that destroyed a well-known local landmark. More than 30 firefighters tackled the fire at the partially demolished Gaiety Amusement Arcade on Ventnor Esplanade. The building was being redeveloped. The fire service says there are no reports of any injuries. It's 40 years to the day since the largest loss of life in the Falklands conflict. The Royal Fleet Auxiliary support ships Sir Galahad and Sir Tristram were bombed by Argentine jets in Bluff Cove. 56 men died. Today, there was a service of commemoration in Marchwood in Hampshire. Sarah Farmer was there, and Sarah, I bet this was an emotional time tonight.
It really was. It was incredibly poignant this afternoon, the memorial service honouring those men who died. This too is a reminder of the tragedy those 40 years ago. It's the ensign which flew above the Sir Galahad and Sir Tristram during their time in the Falklands. On the 8th of June 1982, the two ships were bombed by Argentine aircraft. And those images were indeed the most powerful of the time in the Falklands. Helicopters were taken off task and sent to rescue them. Lifeboats were taken out to rescue others. But of course, some people died during that time. 48 died on the Sir Galahad, another 8 died on the Sir Tristram. This evening, though, this is where those lives are being remembered. Stories of bravery and camaraderie are being shared. And a little earlier today, I spoke to the captain of the Sir Galahad, who paid tribute to his crew.
Before we were hit, Sir Galahad was a lovely, efficient ship, great ship's company, great bunch of officers, and we all worked together and did tremendous service down in the Falklands. They did such a good job on the ship. I mean, all those years ago, one has to think what solid support they gave me as captain. And without them, it might have been a bigger tragedy than it was.
A place in the hearts of so many of the veterans here this evening. A little earlier, the service took place in Marchwood as a remembrance. Wreaths were laid, and the last post resonated with servicemen and women, past and present. And that sombre atmosphere was there during the afternoon, but this evening there is a spirit of joy here in the air as the friendships are remembered and those lives are celebrated.
Sarah, thank you very much indeed. Let's get the sport this evening. Andy is here. Andy, we know that sport can really empower people, but tonight you have a story about a remarkable young man who's seen his life change, haven't you?
Yeah, it really is a wonderful story. And England don't win many international football tournaments. He'll be hoping to become one of the few that can bring home a winner's medal from one. Waterlooville's Brandon Coleman is currently in Italy with the England squad ahead of the European Blind Football Championships. Brandon lost his sight at age 17 due to a rare genetic condition. Since then, he's rebuilt his life and is now hoping to bring that winner's medal back home and to inspire others. I've been along to see him.
Ever since I played blind football, it's changed my life. I didn't think I ever had any purpose to life. I felt useless to society as such, really. I didn't really feel like I was going to be capable of anything when I lost my vision. I started playing blind football and it was just giving me a new lease of life.
8 years on from losing his sight, Brandon Coleman is once again preparing to represent his country at a major tournament. The 25-year-old knows all about scoring goals for England.
It's an unbelievable feeling. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to play for England, even scoring a goal. in like a major tournament, in a big game. It's unbelievable when you can just hear the ball going in the back of the net.
With blind football, everybody wears a blindfold, so those with different levels of sight loss are all playing on the same level playing field. And the ball is filled with metal ball bearings, so it can be located by its sound.
I'd say blind football's got the wow factor. It's in the Paralympics.
Blind football.
Watch it.
Why don't you think about the NHS and see how shit the NHS are?
At least most of the time, anyway.
Fucking hell, mate.
It's pretty special.
What does it feel like to wear the 3 lions on your shirt?
It's really like it's a proud moment for me every time I step onto the pitch. Singing the national anthem gives me goosebumps every time. Like when you know you've got the England shirt on, got my number 7. Like just something I never thought would happen.
Away from football, Brandon runs his own massage business and hopes to help people beyond just sport.
It's great to be able to inspire blind people to be able to compete at the highest levels. But one of the main things for me is to be able to inspire everyone just to overcome any barriers and challenges in their life that they might face, as it's not just sport that I want to inspire people with, but it's also their mental health and to live a positive life.
Yeah, look at mental health and look
the
at
match
fucking
against
NHS.
Poland on
They're
Saturday.
shit.
Now, good luck to the England team. Following on from
Nothing
Brandon's
wrong with
story,
me, mate.
England and
You know
Wales
what I mean?
Blind Golf Championships have taken place at Studley Wood Golf Club in Oxford today. The charity, which aims to help people with sight loss stay active, is keen to recruit volunteers to be guides for players. Swindon Town have announced that head coach Ben Garner has left the club in order to join Charlton Athletic. Garner joined the Robins last summer and led his side to the League Two playoff semi-finals. The club have reassured fans that a search for a new head coach is underway and they hope to make an appointment soon. Southampton have confirmed that goalkeeper Fraser Forster will join Tottenham when his contract expires on July the 1st.
Oh, man.
The 34-year-old will leave St Mary's, having made
So what?
162 appearances in all competitions. For
The fruit stall is already inundated.
Perfect, thank you.
Grab a bag and help
Football
yourself.
and telly, I can't stand
Nothing
football. I
nudge
fucking
Chris
hate
out the
football.
ways. 385, David, please.
David is in his element, surrounded by his fruit and an eager audience.
Paul, Karen, morning. Hi. We've been in Stratford so long, we know our customers by name. Hi, Gwen, Mark, Richard. Oh, good. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Take care, love Paul.
Helen, meanwhile, is also taking care of business. The plums are going down very well.
She really likes them. I guess over the years you really get to know the people behind the stall. And that's just, yeah, that's really nice. These are going to be gone in no time.
Stroud Farmers Market was set up and run by the same group of people since its very first day.
It's massively important to the town because it's actually the beginning of the town's regeneration. So what happened was that in the 90s, the out-of-town supermarkets came up and we lost the town greengrocers and the town butcher and the fishmonger. Typical story around the whole country, really. Luckily, we ran these little craft fairs in Stroud, called Made in Stroud craft fairs. And that's how we got involved with starting the farmers market in the first place. The community wanted it. They really wanted something happening in their town. And it's just rolled on from there, really.
The locals continue to keep the faith, as proved by the stream of customers keeping Emma and Esme busy.
How many are there in fact? 6. That would do me. Yeah, that would do me.
Okay.
Right, start. Thank you very much, Emily.
Yeah, you take care. See you next week.
The burgers seem to be popular choice, and a few sausages, especially the gluten-free garlic and herb and the traditional.
On the fruit stall, Helen and David haven't had a moment to breathe.
So that's the last bottle of pear juice left. Last bottle of shot brown, last bottle of Ashmead's kernel,
Last bottle of the black currant with apple.
But it's the fresh fruit that Helen would really like to sell out.
It's nice if we can move the plums on. But otherwise, the juice we're very low on at the farm, so it won't matter if we take a bit home.
If you're looking for food, then this is the place to be. Lunchtime has drawn in even more eager customers, and everything is in full swing.
Okay, can I have another egg, please?
Another egg. I don't get to that. That's doing well.
Luke and his team can't work fast enough.
Quite busy today. I have 4 empty boxes, which I'm pretty proud of. And the next hour and 10 minutes, I would say my main goal would be to try and sell out as much as possible.
It's been really, really busy. Business as usual. Oh yeah. How you doing? Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Can I have a cheeseburger and a hot dog, please? Just a cheeseburgers are quite popular. Coming up. Thank you very much. Oh, here it is, buddy. There you go. Oh. All right, you go. Okay, right. Who wants ketchup? I'm sorry. Yeah? Cheers.
As Luke feeds the hungry crowds, Helen and David are also feeling the full force of lunchtime trade.
They're the gold top specials. So can I pop them in a bag? We're keeping hold of the punnets. All right, that's fine. Punnets go round and round until they disintegrate. Sounds good.
Their fresh fruit and sparkling cider are flying off the stall.
Call it £20. That's the. Thank you. I just swap those in there. Yeah, brilliant. It's going pretty thick and fast, actually.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed right now. I just can't handle it no more.
There's not much choice left, right? No, I've been dawdling because I visited again from London and they are thrilled.
I'll see you later.
For today. Sanctus Hubertus, they must be